The market for wireless broadband access has changed a lot over the last 5 years. The first generation of equipment was technically okay. Business-wise, it was flawed. The idea of build it and they will come, advertiser-supported high density, really did not pan out. There were some spot successes, but overall, the idea of putting an access point at every third light pole and having to pull power and internet to each of those light poles was very complex and very expensive. In addition, it only provided good signal to the edge of the building, not inside. Users are inside. So as we move on to the second generation, a couple of things have happened. Importantly, the market has evolved. Mobile devices with Wi-Fi have become an important factor. 44 million dual mode phones were sold in the world in 2008. This device has become ubiquitous, and it's really proved to all of us that me sitting here can access the internet using Wi-Fi. So that's a market. The second market that's very important is in the emerging world. We have found that getting internet access for both business and social reasons in places in Asia and Africa and in Latin America is a good business and, as I said, a business and social requirement. There's no copper, so wireless is the only way to make that happen. At the same time, we've learned from the first generation, and the market has evolved and become more interesting. Wi-Fi equipment has become much more capable. It's much faster, it's lighter, it's more adaptable. So we're able to deploy equipment at a lower price point that goes further, faster, with much more reliability while the market has evolved. A complete wireless broadband access infrastructure requires an end-to-end solution. And that's been a real challenge up to now because there hasn't been one source of end-to-end. When I say end-to-end, you need to go from the point of presence to the distribution point, perhaps to another distribution point, to the edge of the apartment or the house, and then inside. You need all of those elements. The second part is flexible. You have a dense urban environment with lots of mobile users. You have a suburban environment with a moderate amount of mobile users, higher amount of fixed users. Then you have a rural environment, low or mountainous, and not much density at all. You can have interference, and you can have changing user characteristics in any of those environments. You need it to be end-to-end manageable for the service provider to be able to provide reliable service and customer service. So what that could look like is from the point of presence, point-to-point link many miles to a distribution point, and perhaps wirelessly distribute to several different buildings. From that building access point, you go to the apartment or the house, and then you need to have a customer premise CPE equipment that distributes the signal inside the home. Without all those elements from a single vendor, the ISP becomes a system integrator, much more expensive and less reliable. Ruckus brings a number of unique capabilities to the wireless broadband access market that makes our approach really unique. We build several best-of-breed products around our core technology, which are our beamforming, beamplex technology, our smart meshing, built on the platform of 802.11n. You get a point-to-point bridge, multiple hundreds of megabits. You get a dual-band mesh AP, and you get a customer premise equipment located in the customer, all using these core technologies. That's end-to-end manageable. What you end up with is a system that is flexible, cost-effective, and unique, and what it delivers to a service provider is not only cost-effective, high technology, flexible acquisition, but a much lower total cost of ownership.